Good morning, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Finals day here at Spring Nationals. And you know what, let me clean up this lens here. Get this fine little dust over our stuff here. So finals day, and it's been an eventful weekend for us. Flashes of speed, flashes of crashes, flashes of bad luck. You know, it's part of racing. And today we're just gonna try to maximize on some of that speed that we've had and not really been able to show. So here's to hoping that happens. Here we are, day 2, finals day at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
The morning walk with Dad.
Beautiful place, beautiful track, great atmosphere. Thanks to the Settles for entertaining us last night. The group of guys that we had fun with. It's a great time. And it has to be a great time because we're driving 9.5 hours really to get our butts kicked. We're not fast learners. I guess the good side is we're not quitters, but the results just haven't been very good. For me, the kart feels better than it did last year, but this breaking bad habits has not led to speed. And Kacy, he's been quick when he's been all together, but he's had some problems with wrecks, so rebuilt his kart yesterday. Fun experience, and this is my first hiccup morning walk, so maybe the hiccups are a sign of good things to come. Well, here we go, setting up for the final, and there's not a lot of footage here. Well, there's some footage here of this race, but yesterday's footage, or the previous day's footage, we lost due to a camera malfunction. And what you're seeing here is, I think I'm starting 24th after a couple of heat races, and really that's about all I had this weekend. I was hoping for much better. As I think I said, I'm trying to work on breaking old bad habits maybe that I've baked in, and I really focused on that. And as we get off to a start here, there's quite a bit of commotion, and coming out of this turn, it's going to get real pretty quickly, and I'm able to duck down low and pick up some spots and avoid the chaos. And I actually put down a really good first lap, first full lap of speed. And the hard thing, you know, breaking those habits, I think one of the things is psychologically I'm just not very strong here, and I'm trying to pull in on this group because this is who I wanted to run with, and I've got a chance, and they're in a pack and they're in a group, and whether it's they're just faster or part of it was the draft, I can just see them pulling away. And I think here for a couple of laps I really just tried to drive real hard, and I paid a big price for it. Early in this race, my driving was really off, and for somebody that came in just wanting to hit their spots, focus on the things I should be doing when I'm out there, you can see I'm so bad I'm looking around. I knew I had made a mistake. I knew that if anybody was coming, that they were going to be able to capitalize on that, and they surely did. I think this kart here was very fast anyway. He got caught up in that. But you can just see my driving here, not good enough to hold the pace that I needed to, and he's able to pull in on that group in front, and I was just not able to do it. But between lap 2 and 8, here another try, they're coming at me, and another mistake, and I'm looking around, I'm knowing they're coming, and here's another one. How far back are they? And I usually don't worry too much about that. It's just I think I wanted it a little bit too bad. You know, when you're starting back that far, and it's been a consistently bad weekend, psyche wasn't good. And at about the time here, I was looking to drive into the pits, because just not anything to do with the other karts, but just the mistakes I was making that opened the door. And really, it was one of those things where I thought, well, you can drive in the pits and quit, or you can start focusing on what you should be. And the interesting thing is, it was like a light coming on. I just don't know why it didn't come on the first ones, but from lap 8 through 16, those karts in front of me, I'm able to run with them. A couple laps, looking at the lap times afterwards, I'd pull in a little bit. I was never able to get to them, but they were also never able to pull away. And you know, I think Kacy said from lap 5 compared to, or maybe it was lap 4 compared to lap 15, I'd improved 8/10. And so why that can't happen early on, why I just can't keep my mind focused, that's what we're working on to try and improve. So it was a fun weekend down there in Carolina. I didn't have anything for anyone. What was interesting was the kart was better this year, but my lap times weren't better. I felt much more comfortable in the kart. I thought we had tuned it, and we're ready for the track to a much better degree than last year, but it didn't show in the lap times, which was disappointing.
During Dad's race, I was chatting with our pal Jamie, who is far faster than me, and we were talking about gearing, and based off of his advice, or not even advice, he was just telling me where he was at. I'm gonna drop a couple teeth, because I'm starting at the very back. Like, honestly, at this point, like, I don't have anything to lose, and I think it's probably what I should have done earlier, at least one tooth before, but now I dropped 2 teeth. But lap times are coming down, so I think it's going to be the right move. Other than that, like, this kart has been so good this weekend. Just, you know, some bad luck, a couple dents here and there, but the kart's been awesome. It's been much better than our last year's experience, just speed wise. So that's the only change I'm going to make. Well, I'll also drop tire pressure. I was running 14 yesterday, and then this morning in the morning, and I'm going to drop 2 pounds. I'll drop down to 12 pounds and let it rip. We got Dad here disassembling his kart, because once again we're going to go with both karts stacked in the back of the truck. And so that is what's going on right now. Anything, Dad?
Nothing.
No, it's riveting stuff, guys. Dad, I roll off 37th, okay? Yep. 37. How many karts will I pass?
37.
Or I guess, where will I finish?
Top 10.
Top 10. I gotta leave open the potential for more incidents. So top 10. It's only 27 karts, guys. So realistic hope, 16 laps. I wanted to say 25th, and that's tough. I'm gonna say 25. That was my gut instinct. So I'd like to pass 12 karts out there. 12 karts.
Okay, here I am, starting last. Rough weekend, clearly not what I had anticipated. So the benefit here is, like,
the inside line just got a killer start. The outside was still getting sorted out, and they threw the green flag. So right there, I just made up, I don't even know, but a number of spots. So feeling pretty good so far. Right there, 13 is our pal Les Cash. And yeah, so I'm happy right here. And then just feel like maybe not enough room was left there. But ultimately, like, you know, I don't know if I would have wanted to leave the track had I not, you know, had an off-track excursion each session. So that did check that box. So I fell back to last again. And here I am trying to make my way up. And before the race, I had told Dad I'm looking to make up enough spots to get up to the 25th. So that was my goal. Truthfully, I think I needed a lot of help at this point since I got kicked back to last again. Kart felt really good. Like, I was super happy with how we had the kart handling. It just, the difference 1 year made was significant. And so here, just trying to make my way through. And I'm glad the 15 was driving heads up because I made a bit of a late move there. Kart up ahead of me is our buddy Todd. Unfortunately, he's going to be on the short end of it again. He tends to be on the short end of it a lot, so more bad luck for him, and I was able to pass him and a number of other karts, which was the help I needed. And so here's just a little clip just showing my hands and stuff, and other than right there, which I think it was just a driver error, like, it's, the hands are just very steady. It just shows you how happy I was with the kart, because with these Vega tires and the fast track that Charlotte is, like, it really pays a price if you're counter steering and binding up, and I just didn't have that. The kart was loose, but I could place it where I wanted it. I was very happy with how this kart was handling. You just see the smooth hands through the fast stuff. I'd been working on that throughout the whole weekend, just trying to smooth it out. Pretty important for, at least that I found, to carry speed. So here I've come back up on Les Cash, and he's off pace. His kart, he's the one that I drilled in the Saturday pre-final one, and so his kart was really mangled because he got hit by two karts real hard. So he was in trouble. I would passed him, and I think he actually pulled into the pit shortly after. And so here I'm just marching forward. This is with like a couple laps to go, and there's a big pack in front, and they started fighting, and I'm like, oh, here we go, top 10. Here we go. Doesn't quite work out that way. In fact, it really doesn't work out well for me. Don't really get much benefit. So here, catch up with the 29. We're all going too wide. So you kind of get parked behind people, and you can't really do much. And right here, I'm going to get parked again. And so I've got an outside guy, so I can't swing to the inside. He's able to push his fellow CRG guy through, and I kind of get hung out. And now I've got to get around the 29 here. So my goal here is to not get onto his bumper. So you see I was wide on that, but my goal was just to carry more speed on exit here. So I stayed wider, able to carry speed, tuck to the inside, and make the move, and keep moving on. I think he has a look here, but not close enough to make the move. But that little bit of fighting caused a lot of separation there. And so this is the last lap. The guys in front of me started fighting, so it's going to bring me a lot closer, but just not worth the risk here. I mean, I'm going to have a small, super late opening here into the hairpin if I really wanted to try. Like, if it was for a podium, I'd try it, but it would have just been too risky. So I stayed where I was, and I finished 24th, actually, due to a penalty.
That's a wrap. Dad, give me your final thoughts.
Very frustrating weekend for me, but you know, I think towards the end, sticking with it, trying to do better things, started to see some progress. It's going to be a long summer. I'm going to be like a whiny broken record. We may change our name to something like Andretti Racing.
Yeah, it was, honestly, I mean, racing was rough. but the overall experience was a ton of fun. I ended up finishing 25th, which was actually my goal. I didn't think I'd actually reach there. Had some help for sure, but each race spent some time off track.
We're not going to talk about who the highest finishing stall was on the way home. No reason to go there.
Yeah. If we do, I'll just look to count how many carts are behind the other
Doesn't
person.
matter. It's where you finish.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. And it's race season, guys.
Yeah.
So more coming at you.
It's you.